Hello, Boris Pravisham here, and joined by Anubis. That's not the best intro for your channel, Anubis, but sod it, that's how I start everything. Right, so we're after the huge success of building our last custom weapon, coming back to building another one. It's going to be just as useful and just as incredible. Basically, it's going to be artillery, like an artillery system that fires a shell. However, absolutely nothing like that. We're just trying to simulate that.
Right,
so it
in
would
space.
launch, yeah, it would launch here, and then we would sort of simulate there being gravity, and then it would come down and arc down and sort of hit the top of the target. So to make sure that we actually achieve that, I am going to put up a wall. So we're going to have to hit this red ship over the top of this wall.
Ooh.
There we go. So this is an incredibly useful weapon. If you happen to be sitting behind a wall that's just floating through space like this, it happens all the time. There'd just be floating walls. That's a nice paint job. I think you should leave it at that.
Yep, that's my plan. And then there's a peephole too, so that we can see if we hit.
Okay, you know what it's missing.
Uh-oh.
That's it. There we go.
Oh, is it going to get its Vanessa Phelps disease paint job now?
No, I think that's a work of art.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we start anything, I'm just going to cut this off. And we broke that off there. And then I'm going to quickly... No, I've got to put this in my clipboard. This will become clear in a second. Okay, so it's in my clipboard. I press F10, create from clipboard, details, and then we'll rename it to, say, Incredible Wall. So I couldn't talk while typing.
The Incredible Wall.
There we go. So that incredible wall is now on the workshop. So anyone can get that for their wall needs, for hiding red ships behind. Right, we should get started on an actual thing.
Yes.
I'm not going to build everything in blue. I'm going to build everything in pink.
In pink.
There.
Are you the junk bandit? Or the junk bandit, I mean. The pink bandit.
Yep. I think we'd go a little bit... I don't want to go too high, because then it seems like cheating. We might have to remove the floor if it gets in the road. So...
Well, yeah, we can always move it all down if we need to.
Oop, wrong way. What have I done wrong there? So this is pretty much as far as I got. Thinking about this in my head. So what would happen now is that would be the rocket, just say. And then you could adjust that rotor and point it up and down.
Point it up,
okay. That gets your trajectory. And now it's up to you to work out how to fire that.
Oh, that's not what I want. So, oh, okay, thank you.
I've done my bit. So
I
I think there might need to be another merge block on there, maybe. I think
and I think that the perfect... I mean, this is an artillery gun, right? So we need to make sure that the command and control station for it is like... Whoops. Right there.
Yep.
All right, so we need to put a merge... Can we put a merge block right on the side of that?
You should be able to.
Okay, I think that's actually what you did in the last one anyway, so... Oh,
Probably.
and I've still got
I've
red
forgotten
on my...
already. That's all right. This is a nice color scheme, I think. Red and pink always goes well together. They're two colors that historically have always been used together and always look absolutely brilliant, as you can see.
Yes.
Now that they've
Alright,
added this workshop thing, this copy, what's it called? Blueprints to the workshop.
Blueprints.
Yeah, I'm tempted to just upload everything like even just blocks.
All right. So I remember. So we want to make basically a missile now, right?
I think so. That's what.
So we kind of need to have. If I remember correctly, we need a gyro on it so that it stays straight, and also we can make it curve, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna want a thruster on the back and a warhead on the front, and then. Oh, are you building?
Yeah, I was just clearing room so that the
I
missile
see.
had a bit of leeway in case we missed.
Oh, and do we need those artificial masses?
No, because this will all be.
Oh, it's
missile driven,
propelled.
won't
Right,
it?
this
Yeah.
one's propelled. Yeah. Okay, so how would I want to try and make this straight and long, but we probably got too many components. So if we go.
Do we want to build it straight there? The physics in Space Engineers are actually not as advanced as they first appear. So thrusters apply linear force always. So even if you were to say put a thruster all the way out on the end of this, you probably already know this, but I always just assume that people watching know absolutely nothing. So even if you put a thruster way out on the end of that, it would still apply linear force. It wouldn't ever apply any sort of torque and turn the ship. So you don't need it all in a direct line like an actual rocket would.
Oh, I see.
So
well, we could do
just to avoid any like clashes, like with this merge block, something hitting that merge block just off to the side, maybe have the clip on the side and then it launches off that.
just gonna have a bit of an umbilical cord on it. All right, and then we can stick like the gyro right there in the middle.
Yeah, although I think actually I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but I think that gyro might make that the center of mass. I'm not entirely sure though.
Where's the...
So yeah, like the override and stuff like that.
Where is center of mass? Let's turn that on for a moment. Where is that?
Oh, that's right. Is it under Alt F11 or Shift F11, one of them?
Oh, just hit K, go to info.
Oh, it's not under the physics stuff. Okay. Yeah, I should have known that. I've never used it. Yeah, so that gyro has made that the center of mass.
So we probably want to put it more in this...
Because that's the point that it will rotate around. Like when you set the yaw and whatnot. Although that stayed fairly much in the same place. So I don't know if that's true.
Alright, so... Although, we learned last time that we probably want these things a little bit further... Whoops! A little bit further away from whatever we're...
Yes, so we don't have to come up with elaborate plans of deceit and treachery in order to make it work.
Right.
I think 2 will be enough. Like, we exploded a massive hole out of that thing with 3. So it looks like those thrusters are quite heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in the comments will know, so that I don't have to actually do any work and look it up afterwards. That whether or not the gyro sort of becomes the center point when rotating. So if I put a gyro right in the end and made it rotate and yaw and stuff like that, whether that would be the point that it rotates around, or the center of mass, or some other point.
I apologize for everybody watching my channel right now as I struggle with the rotation once again of blocks. Yeah, so feel free to add any cosmetic details that you feel are necessary.
I think I just came up with a way to make that umbilical cord not look as umbilically, which is now a word.
Ooh, nice. I like it.
It's
we need to have as many colors on this thing as we can, by the way.
Yep. Oh, one thing we forgot is a reactor.
Ooh, yes.
Could also do a battery, but
we're in creative,
to be
so
on the safe side, yeah. You can implement a battery for when you certainly use this design in the survival world.
Yes, totally. All right, so we've got the center of mass. Is that a good spot for the mass? Like if I put that in the back again?
Why not? I have a feeling this is just going to go end over end.
But put that back there.
Will we need any thrusters out the side to stabilize it?
Oh, I guess probably, huh? Probably.
I suppose we can maybe try it without and then...
Let's see, yeah. Let's see what happens.
I have the feeling without some sort of stabilization, it's just going to flip end over end over end. But we might need this to be quite high, and I'm thinking with a fairly low level. That's something that we can test right now, actually. Have you got the gyroscope on there?
I do.
So which way is it pointing? Straight up and down. I think that should be...
I thought that might be the easiest way to configure it, but I could be wrong.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that's the pitch. So what we need to adjust is the pitch rather than anything else.
So how are we? So I'm assuming. So we fire this thing off, right? So we set the pitch, and we fire it. We want it to rotate down afterwards.
Yeah, we need to set 2. So we need another timer block for this.
Yeah, okay.
So we set the rotor to the trajectory that we want. That's the first thing. And then we set the pitch on the gyroscope, which will be off, to be the pitch. So that'll be the curve in the air. So we adjust the original trajectory as well as the curve in the air. And then the final configuration that we can do is the amount of override on the thrusters. So we can either have it shoot off really quickly or be quite slow. I think they're the 3 main configurations that we can do.
Okay.
And then we needed a timer in order to make it all go off at the same time and fly away.
Alright, so let's just throw a timer down. Team. And this can all be done on the platform here, right?
Yep. So long as we remember that the last thing we need to do is release the merge block.
Oh,
so that anything on the rocket is configured beforehand. I'm pretty much just watching on this one.
Alright, so we got a timer block here.
Both of them are at -45 at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Which means that it won't move from that position. We don't really need both of them set, but again, I'm paranoid. So do you want to start with 45 degrees?
Yeah, let's start with that, sure. Let's see what happens.
I'm just going to have a little look, sort of stand back and see what sort of angle we're going to need here.
Alright.
That wall's a bit closer than I thought to the ship, so it's going to have to curve down a bit later. So I think the thrust should be up, and then actually, this is going to be trial and error, because of course we're not going to actually measure anything.
No. What's the fun in that?
Yep. Right. So timers. So maybe the first thing would be the thruster override. So you would set that beforehand, but you would just turn the thrusters on, so that would be off by default, and then switch them on to launch.
So I'm going to add toggle block on for the thruster group into the timer, but then on the actual thrusters, we will have them all off, and we will thrust override.
Yep.
How much thrust do we want to give them?
What's a good number to start with? Maybe 75%?
75%.
Whatever that is. I don't know how it's measured.
I'm going to put it what looks like about 75% up.
Okay.
So let's go with... so it's... There we go. 20 kilonewtons.
Okay. And the other thing is the... What's next? So the thrusters are on, and then the gyro. That's it, isn't it? It's a bit more of a simpler thing.
So
and then
thrusters on, then gyro on.
And gyro would have to be off by default as well, which I'll do now.
And then we also... Merge block is off.
Off, yes.
Okay, and I picked the one that is the first one I picked. Is that the right one to pick, probably? Because we placed that first. Yeah, the first one should be the first.
Yeah. Either will work.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So we've got it set to 75% thruster, 45-degree angle, and a pitch override of 1 RPM. My prediction for this is that it will miss everything.
Yes.
It will go quite a fair way longer, maybe. I think maybe of the other side of the asteroid. Well, actually, I really have no idea. Do you have a prediction, just so we can see how wrong we are?
Just to see how wrong we are. Should that be on or should it be on off?
The timer should be trigger now or start.
Oh, trigger now.
Start, yeah. Actually, I don't really know the difference between the two. Someone will tell me, but yeah, I'll go trigger now. I've put one out here too, so I can stand back and look at it. If you want to trigger it from out here as well, you could do that by remote control, but that means setting up an antenna.
All right, I'm looking at the distance here. So we got it at angle. It really depends on the arc, right? Of the arc for the gyro is everything. Because I think that 45-degree angle starting position should be more than fine if we have the right gyro arc.
Yeah.
But I'm going to predict that it's actually going to go under the wall.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going for an overshoot. You want to do the honors on the first one?
Under. Okay. Make my way.
You're already over at that button, right?
Almost. Okay. So, in 3, 2, 1. Fire. I missed the button. Oh, here we go. The pitch is the wrong way.
The pitch is the wrong way. So I would have been right if you had the pitch the other way. See ya.
So we made the equivalent of a hot air balloon.
Yep.
Just floating off.
I didn't take a copy of that, did you?
Yes, I've got a copy and a save.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that for some reason.
Although it doesn't seem to have the button panel on it. So what we're going to do is just adjust those settings, and then we'll tell you what they are, and then come back.
That's right. Let's try this again.
While that thing just floats away into nothingness.
Welcome back, everybody. We've made a configuration change. So we've changed the gyroscope. So the last time it went completely the wrong direction. So we took the positive number, made it a negative number, but I also dragged it down from, I think it was at 1 originally, and we've dragged it down to 0.11 to see what that does. And I am standing at the button, ready to push it.
Okay, and I've got a good view over here of exactly where it's not going to be hit.
I was going to say you really have faith in this.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go.
Okay, it's not the quickest off the mark.
No.
Is it going to curve?
No. I think 0.11 was a little bit too low. See ya.
We've launched that further into outer space than we already are.
See ya.
And there it goes. It's just off.
Oh, it's gone out of thruster render distance.
Yeah, maybe one wasn't as bad as we first thought.
Well, let's go. All right. So it's going to be another quick configuration, and we'll be right back.
Right, we're back, and we made the change that we made was to, instead of 0.01, we changed it to 0.075. So it's 75% of the original shot that went the wrong way. I'm still not entirely confident that this is enough, and I think that without some sort of a stabilization to make it arc, it's going to sort of flip and spin in circles. But we won't know until we try. So in 3, 2, 1, and fire very slowly. It's arced straight away, but it's going to keep going up. See, that inertia stays going up. There's no way to counter it. So the original push up, keeps going up.
But it looks like it is pointing generally. It's actually would need a little bit more arc.
Right, so maybe the change we have to make is add some inertia down there. See, it's going down there.
It's going down now.
And it's just going to float off into nothingness.
That's the best shot we made yet, though.
Yeah, it went over the wall in sort of a general arc over
arcing
the wall and not just
style.
fly off into nothingness. Okay, so maybe some inertia dampeners on that?
Maybe. Oh, look at it. It's going its way down there.
It's just curving around. Might come back eventually.
We've made a satellite. A satellite missile.
Anyway, let's just make these changes. So back in a second.
Welcome back. So we've made a couple more adjustments, and actually I should probably fly over to show you now that I think about it. So you'll see that on the rocket we now have some stabilizing thrusters on all the sides, so that hopefully that helps, as well as we've changed the gyro rotation from 0.075, I think it was, to 0.085 to give it a little bit more arc. And with those combinations, we are going to rain death and destruction down on the red ship.
Yes. And if it goes wrong, then it's definitely not the thrusters that were put around the side, because that's what I did.
Oh, right, totally. Yeah, it's going from 0.075 to 0.085 caused all the problems.
Yep.
Okay.
I just know that now. So I'm back in position.
All right. On 3, 2, 1, fire! Uh-oh.
Okay, so it looks like the inertia dampeners make quite a bit of difference. We might have to turn the thrust up instead of that.
Oh, my first prediction is about to happen.
We're going to miss the wall. Please don't hit the wall.
It's going to go right underneath.
Okay, so I think a bit more thrust to make it go a bit faster. Although it doesn't really need to go any faster, does it?
Well, we could always make it go faster.
Keep curving.
Uh-oh, is that going to come back right around to hit us?
It might do, because with those thrusters it's going to form an orbit. Hopefully it'll be a much wider orbit, because that'll keep pushing it out. You know what?
All right,
we might
on
get
to the
on
next
the second loop.
The next time we'll have one of our rockets hit that one too. How's that?
Yeah, well, it's coming back. It's almost here.
Hello.
So yeah, I think the change will add a little bit more power to those the thrusters on the rear, and then a little less arc. Could we aim it up a bit more?
Actually, it's probably a good idea. Give it a bit more of a.
I don't know how many
to,
variables.
Like halfway between 45 and 90.
Yeah, I don't know how many variables we want to change at once, so we won't know what the problem is.
Change all the things.
Yeah, we'll change them all because science. That's why.
The science. That's right.
Okay, so it looks like we've got a satellite.
We do have a satellite, an exploding satellite.
Yep. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
No. All right. We'll see y'all in a minute.
We're finally ready for some death and destruction. It will almost certainly happen here. I am very paranoid. There it goes. There goes our satellite. It seems to be in a stable orbit. I keep having to check it. I'm worried it's going to just rain down on our head. So what we did is we moved it up a little bit. We changed absolutely everything because, of course, changing one variable at a time is for fools. So we made that aim up a little bit more, 15 degrees, and then increased the thrusters all the way up to 100%.
Yep, max.
Yep. And what was the other change?
We changed the gyroscope to 0.05 instead of 0.85 or 0.085, sorry, to 0.05.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, a little bit less. And so we're ready to fire this in 3, 2, 1, and away we go. So a bit of a slow launch, but it shoots off a bit faster, and I think that increase in thruster power hasn't done us well.
No. So we need to gyro the baby up.
Yeah. Well, that extra trajectory might be nice if we can get a nice sharp curve.
Okay. Attempt number Bajillion-2. We are now ready to launch our missile once more. And the only change we made this time was on the gyroscope. We've changed it to negative 0.1. So we've gone a full up from 0.5 or 0.05 right up to 0.1. Doubled it. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Words come by us good.
Yes. English speak I good. And are we ready?
Yep.
Set. Fire! Ooh. Okay. We need more arc.
Looking a little better.
Yep.
Well, we've missed the asteroid but not as far as we did. Those thrusters might be a bit powerful, but
do we want to? We can probably just double the gyro again. Maybe that'll be enough.
Yeah, that'll do. We don't want to reduce the speed.
No.
What sort of a madman would do that? So we've doubled it again, down to negative 0.02, and we've got a few more friends that it passed overhead just before. It's probably coming around now. We might actually be able to hit the last rocket that we hit. It crosses over so low that we might be able to hit it with this rocket. Here it comes. We're gonna wait for it. See, there we are.
Oh, there it is. And
might
fire!
Be a little too high. Missed our chance. I was too busy watching. But in 3, 2, 1, and fire.
Oh.
It looks bad to start with, but then it corrects. But we're going to hit the wall. Not the wall. And
we hit the red ship.
Success.
Success. Woohoo! I'm glad you took a copy of that wall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Welcome back, everybody. We have made one more small adjustment. We've taken the rotor and we've cut it down to negative 0.15 now from 0.2.
The gyroscope, not the rotor.
Oh, the gyroscope, yep. And we have Incredible Wall Mark II right there. We'll make sure to upload that to the... sorry, what's that?
Paint job's not quite as good as the last one.
Yeah, so maybe we'll call it the Incredible Wall Mark -1.
Yep. It has a sense of style about it that just makes walls not very nice.
Careful now, the Picasso is standing over here.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ready to push the button and fire the missiles. Ready? Set. Oh, there goes our other rocket. Go!
The first little bit always gives me a heart attack. But
now
we're right.
Oh, Oh, so close! Oh, we hit the station. Whoa. We hit the edge of the station.
At least we know it works. So that needs to come down a tiny bit. I think to hit in the best spot would be about where I am now. I don't know where you are, so I don't know if you can see me.
I'm flying over to you.
About halfway down the ship.
Okay, so do you want to half that again? Was that about... I think... Because at point... Yeah. At 1, it hit the wall. At 2, it went right over. And at 1.5, it went right there. So the ship is about halfway between the wall and the station. So maybe half again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is really a quarter of the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you half a half, it's a half of a half around the other half. Yeah.
Still a half, yeah.
That's right.
Yay, fractions.
Alright, so we'll be right back with the next attempt.
We've changed it to 1.75. Well, a negative. And I think
negative 0.1.
This should hit. Negative 0.1, yeah. Numbers
so many numbers
are our friends. So we've established that neither English nor any form of mathematics is our thing, but creating incredible weapons of incredible usefulness is. So let's launch this. It should hit. It should hit. In 3, 2, 1. Away we go.
Come on.
It does its little flip, and this is looking better.
Boom! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Look at that!
And
that was pretty good.
One destroyed ship. I think
we
the cockpit's gone. I forget. Oh no, the cockpit's still here. I wonder if it's still flyable. It should be. Yep. So we haven't quite annihilated it. You know what this means?
It's having trouble though.
If we fly a little bit forward, and then fire again, it should be gone for good.
Yeah, cut it right in half.
So, one more.
One more for good measure. Alright guys, welcome back. We've reset with our magic settings that destroy ships. And I'm ready
that destroy ships at very specific distances away with a very specific wall in the road. But I think this is a very common problem that people often have, that these rogue walls just sort of float through and get in the road of your targets. Yep. So if you've got the time, which I think most people do in a war situation, to run through a few rehearsals and do a bit of trial and error, maybe 5 or 6 missiles later, and the rebuilding and resupplying, restocking, everything like that, then this would be a very effective weapon. So I think we've got it about covered.
Yep, and then you also get a bunch of destructing satellites as well as a bonus.
Yeah.
All right, ready for total red ship annihilation? 3, 2, 1. Fire on sea missiles!
Oh, there it goes. It hit the pod on the side. I think.
Yeah.
I think it might still be operational.
And it's wedged itself in there.
Yeah, if you were flying, if you managed to actually hit something while it was moving, then that would continue to rip the ship apart. But I think that's enough. I think we've proved the concept at how good this weapon is. So we've done both a gravity-driven one and a thruster-driven one. So we're very accomplished weapon builders now.
Yep. And this is probably a good time to stop because I've lost complete control of... Oh no, you're flying away. Never mind. I thought I'd lost control of my ability to move. There it goes. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
So, that was our tutorial on how to make a artillery machine in the most effective and easy way possible. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.
It was genius.
Genius. Pure genius.